your merchant account can get shut down at any point in time through no fault of your own. Are there actions that you can take that will increase the likelihood of getting it shut down? Absolutely. Spikes in volume, increased chargebacks, increased refunds, a variety of other things can contribute. But even if you do nothing and you change nothing in your business, you still can have a provider pull the rug out from under you at any given point in time. A starting point to understanding why this happens is to get sort of the basic differences between Stripe, PayPal, and traditional merchant accounts. So companies like Stripe and PayPal, and WePay is another one, which is Infusionsoft's payment brand, or the brand they use, and Square, those are all what are considered merchant account aggregators. And they operate fundamentally different than traditional merchant account providers. And the core of this is that anybody can use them. So you get an account turned on like that, and in an instant you can accept payments. What that means is that they don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, they don't know what kind of product you have, they don't know how you sell the product, they don't know how you deliver the product, they don't know if you deliver the product, they don't know anything about you. So if they have any concerns about risk, the only thing they can do to control risk for themselves is to freeze your account or hold your money. That's not good or bad, that's just how that business model works. So the upsides to that are that you can process payments immediately. The downside is that the likelihood of getting shut down immediately is much, much higher than a traditional merchant account. Super functional if you want to send money to friends or family, or you're doing a few grand a month. But if you're doing any sort of substantial volume, that can be a big liability. Sadly, many traditional merchant account providers operate that way as well because they want money right away. But obviously, if you have a bigger business, getting closed is a big issue. So the other side of the spectrum with traditional merchant accounts is to do underwriting. And again, 99% of them operate just like Stripe and PayPal, where they do very light underwriting and they get you approved immediately. The telltale sign of that is how quickly you got set up. So if you submit an application for a merchant account to like your credit union or Chase or Bank of America or a major banking chain, and you get approved immediately, it means necessarily that they didn't do much underwriting, which means that you're going to fall into that easy to get closed later bucket. What you're looking for in a merchant account is the ability to have thorough underwriting on the front end so that they know who you are, what you do, how you operate, what your business model is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That makes the likelihood of getting shut down much, much, much lower later because they've already vetted your business. However, even if you have a great merchant account set up that's done good underwriting, you still can get the rug pulled out from under you. And that happens because so many other factors are going on inside of the institution. A new CEO could come in, a new CFO could come in, a COO, a new risk analyst. Their internal policies as a result could change. They are controlling their entire portfolio. So they might say, okay, well, we want to get rid of a certain industry altogether. And it might have nothing to do with you. They just decided they don't want to do travel companies anymore. And as of late, we've seen a ton of that in CBD, but it happens in verticals all the time. Or a competitor of yours might have done something that has raised a flag for them, and that might cause them to close an entire industry. So even if you do really good underwriting, you have a great merchant account, you still really at any point in time are at risk of getting shut down. Because ultimately, what banks don't want is surprises. What banks want is to have a statistically safe business. The whole banking world revolves around statistical analysis of risk. And what they want to do is get rid of the things that they deem to be high risk. And unfortunately, banks don't care about you as an individual or about you as an individual business. They care about risk and their aggregate risk at large. So even if you banked with somebody for a very long time, you still run the risk of them closing your account based on statistical risk without hesitation.